and welcome back to Chefuality. Today I wanted to whip out my food processor and show you guys how to make a fairly simple homemade marinara sauce. Now there's plenty of excellent marinara sauces out there on the market, but there's just something really special about a homemade sauce. Tonight I'm invited to a friend's house for dinner, so I'm actually not going to be eating this today. I thought it'd be nice to make this for the host, put it in a nice jar, and bring it as a gift because my mom raised me to never come to a dinner party empty-handed, and maybe give them something to eat tomorrow night, give them the night off since they've been working so hard today to feed me, and you know, I just thought it'd be a nice gift. So what you're going to need to start off with are 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Now it's really simple. Most of it is all going to get done in the food processor, and then we're going to do a little bit of extra work on the large skillet, but this is just so darn easy, it's ridiculous. So we're going to take 2 cans of diced tomatoes with their juices. There's one. Be careful not to get splashed on. It's happened to me before. So there you go. Then we're going to need, let me grab a spoon, an entire small can, 6 ounces of tomato paste. Tomato paste is going to give it that really rich flavor. It's just very concentrated. Okay, so get it all out. We don't want to be wasteful. To this, we're going to add 3 garlic cloves. I like a lot of garlic. Can never go wrong with garlic. If you think 3 is going to be too much, put 2, but I definitely wouldn't put any less than 2. I've gone ahead and smashed them, taken the skin off of them, and I'm just going to let the food processor do the work for me. To this, straggler. To this, we're going to add a handful of basil. I don't really measure, that's why I love cooking rather than baking. There's no measuring involved. So as you can see, it's literally just a handful of basil. You know, you could tear it up a little bit, put it in. All right, some salt, a good healthy dose of salt, some pepper, and lastly, some oregano. I'm going to put about a teaspoon, and I'm going to use one of my kids' spoons. So, about a teaspoon of oregano. If you like thyme, you can put thyme in. I like oregano. I think it goes really well in here. And there you go. We're going to put the top on and let her roll. And we're going to blend this until it's a nice, smooth consistency. And there you go. And that's about the consistency that we're going for. So now we're going to set this aside, get a few other ingredients ready, and then head over to a skillet, cook it all up, and we're ready to go. Pretty simple. So I'm going to set all this aside and get everything else ready. Alright, so the base is ready, waiting patiently to be cooked together with the white wine. But before we do that, we're going to cut up a shallot. Depending on the size shallot, you're going to need about 1 or 2. These are fairly big. I might only use 1, but we'll see once I cut it up. If you don't have shallots, you can definitely use, you know, a regular white onion or a sweet. I prefer to use a sweet onion. I like shallots because they're a little bit milder. They're in the onion family, so you still get that same flavor that you would in an onion. It's just a little bit of a milder taste.
Lights out, won't make it easy, won't make it fun, won't let them see
I'm gonna grab the tomatoes, grab my shallots, grab some white wine, and head over to the stovetop. I've got a large skillet on my stovetop, which is set to about a medium-high heat, and I'm going to be adding about 1/3 of a cup of olive oil, a little bit more, and sauteing my shallots until they're translucent and soft. So.
Don't want this heart, don't want this place. You're beating slow as the beats out of pace. West side apartment grows lonely and dark. West side apartment is 2 more empty hearts. I see your keys hanging in the same place. They haven't moved for a month or even a day. This is hard, it was fun, we should do it again. Give ourselves some time, 10 years from today. I need you now, I need you then. I never wanna feel this again. Separate the room with painful divides until there's nothing left to remind. Never wanna see you again. I never want.
So my sauce has been simmering for about 20 minutes and it's definitely thickened, which is a sign that it's almost ready. Before I take it off the heat, there's just a few more things that we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt, a little pepper, a little bit red pepper flakes, just a little. If you're afraid of heat, a little bit in this much sauce really isn't going to make that much of a difference, and it does add a lot to the flavor. So, and lastly, some Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese is one of the few things I will not skimp on. You want to get some authentic Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And if you just get a little piece like this, I mean, this was about $5 or $6. And the flavor is just, it's amazing. It's aged for a long period of time. It adds a really nice creamy, salty flavor to pasta dishes. And I just think that it's worth the investment. So we're gonna put a little bit of Parmesan cheese in here. I'd say about 1/4 cup. Give it one last stir, and it's ready to serve. Get all the cheese in there. Let it melt. Give it a little bit of a stir, and it's ready to eat. So my pasta sauce is done. I've gone ahead and put it in a cute little jar since I'm giving it as a gift. Of course, serve it over your favorite pasta, whether it's spaghetti or penne. If you're feeling particularly carnivorous, add a protein. It'd be great with meatballs or shrimp. And I just hope that you enjoy it. If you do get a chance to make this, please let me know what you think. And until next time, cheers and happy eating.